Have you ever said something in a split second out of anger or fear that completely ruined your relationship? Have you ever felt a surge or a wave of anxiety that your limbs are paralyzed, your brain is fog, and the only thing you can think of is you can't breathe normally? Hi, ladies and the gender. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are talking about emotional regulation because I see you guys handling situation like you are a 2-year-old kid who does not know anything about how to regulate their own emotions. So yeah, let's get started. First of all, you are not broken just because you can't regulate your emotion. It's just mean that when you were a kid, nobody taught you how to, regulate your emotions. And these days, people are teaching their kids, and I am a round of applause for those people. But you were not taught, and nobody is there to blame. It's just how it was. But now you can learn about it. So yeah, we'll learn about it today. So you can go around in your life with the confidence of a diva you are, and nobody could blame you just because you lost control over yourself. So I've divided this video in 3 parts, okay? First is normal, how you can regulate those normal emotions like anxiety, panic attacks, and anger and stuff. Second part is all about geeking out on emotions and stuff, psychology, neuroscience, little bit, and as simple as I could tell you. Third point is some actionable steps that you can incorporate in your life to have more regulated nervous system so you don't crash out on things like I do. Part 1. Hey sweetheart, I heard that you're feeling anxiety. So if you're feeling anxious constantly, I have these 3 advices to give you, okay? First of all, I'm not gonna tell you 3 things you can name, smell, and I've tried that, but that doesn't work every time, okay? So I have some different approaches that I use and they generally work for me. When you feel anxious, it's a prolonged period of time, okay? When you have panic attack, it's quick, but anxiety actually lasts for a long period of time. So what you need to do is you need to separate your brain from the situation, okay? You can't connect those together, you can't, okay? You need to start naming things like that's what I do. If you're in a room or anything, just pick a color and be like, find blue color things, okay? So you will scan the room for finding blue things, and in that process you will actually forget the thing that was actually stressing you out. Another thing that actually works for me is the tapping method, but not like a normal tapping method, like a musical kind of thing, okay? 1 2 1 2 3 4, something like that. So you will be like 1 2 1 2 3 4, 1 2 1 2 3 4. So when you are creating a rhythm in your head, you are more focused on the rhythm than you are focused on the situation. So you are also pulling yourself out of the situation again. The thing I like to do is I like to wear accessories like something like that, anything. So you're gonna do is you're gonna hold it like you hold your hair or anything. You're gonna hold it like it is a hope of life, and you're gonna just calm yourself down like everything is gonna be fine, everything's gonna be fine. Like just attach that thing to happiness, attach that thing to good things, okay? So when you are holding that, it means everything's gonna be fine. Just convince your mind that when you're holding that thing, everything is gonna be fine. So you will have a hope that everything is gonna be fine, so your mind will be detached from the actual situation that is happening. Second is panic. You can do all those things that I said earlier, but here's some things I want to add to. Panic is an instant, right? So you are not able to breathe properly and your brain is fog. So what I need to do is, if you have your phone, put on earphones and put the best danceful music you can, okay? And like literally something like you can dance on, not sad music, something that is pop. So you, what will happen is your brain will also disconnect from the current situation that is happening. This will sound absurd, but you have to take a deep breath in, and when you release it, you're gonna address the situation that is happening. For example, this is a very little example. You forgot your pen at home in the most critical situation of your exam, okay? And you're panicking right now. Like literally, that's such an absurd situation. But this is just an example, okay? You're gonna take a deep breath. So stupid of me leaving that pen at my house. Then you're gonna take again. What I'm gonna do now? And you're gonna do this until you just calm yourself down, because when you say absurd things, you're actually letting your mind calm down, and when you take deep breaths, you're actually supplying oxygen to your brain, so you will be more calmed that way, okay? And when you do these things, no, you will actually find the answer. Like, I have to buy a new pen, something like that. Don't have earphones, you can also start singing in your own head. Like anything panic is going on and back of your mind, you can sing like, you just want attention. I don't want copyright, but yeah, you got the gist. So another thing I do is I remind myself that everything is gonna be fine, and I just, in a rhythm, I massage my hand like 1 2 1 2 3 something like that in a rhythm, and I just tell myself that if I'm having a negative thought, right, if not everything is not going in my way, so then I'll just contradict myself in saying that yeah, something better is coming. That will take time, you have to practice it, but once you get a hold of it, you will not get these kind of things. For reference, I was diagnosed by anxiety when I was in 9th grade, so I have pretty much experience of 4 to 5 years by now of dealing with anxiety panic attack, and it's just a normal thing because I had them in middle of a class, in middle of, like, I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, I did. So I have pretty good experience with them. There's anger, like, instant anger, like kaise kar diya usne mujhe, and something like you can't control it. Okay, so I have the solution for you. You're on a phone call with someone and they said something, so rather than addressing the situation, you are like you just started crying, or you were like, oh my god, how could you do that to me? So yeah, we are not doing that. What is making you angry is the situation, and we have to, again, detach from the situation. Anything that is giving you an uncomfortable feeling, you have to detach from that situation. You are not going into that situation like a warrior. No, we will, but when we are calm and our nervous system is well regulated. For anger, I need you to calm yourself down, not by, first of all, deep breathing. That's actually very good because it supplies brain to your oxygen, so you have more time to think. First of all, I want you to literally cut off from the situation. If a person is doing something for you, anything, just get out of the room, just cut the call, just tell them that give me 5 minutes, get out of that situation. Okay, anger often happens when you are into that situation, and when you walk out of the situation, it actually calms itself down to a certain extent. Okay, so when your anger is calmed down to a certain extent, listen to music. Like, this is the best therapy. Music is the best therapy. Listen to good music, the hype music, the music that makes you want to dance, and then actually think about the situation in a little theoretical and more positive way. Don't say this happened with me, or name the situation is this happened with Reet. Reet is going to do this. Reet is a stupid person. Like, name the situation. Don't say I don't associate that situation with you, because when you comes, ego comes. When you comes, anger comes. Okay, so dissociate yourself with the situation. Another thing you can do with anger is actually, the best thing you can do is actually dissociate from the situation, because nobody owes you an explanation. Okay, when you dissociate from the situation, you dissociate from the problem. So you've done all these things, I want you to actually find the real solution with calm mind, not just, if we have regulated yourself and now we're just gonna skip the problem. No, a good person, we take accountability of our actions, right? Then we are gonna do is we are gonna find the solution of the problem. Okay, so if you don't want to see this psychology, neuroscience, geeking out stuff, you can skip to this second. Okay, ladies, let's geek out. Okay, so first of all, I want you to know that emotions are not present since birth. They are actually made from your past experience, and they are not at all equal to feelings. Emotions are more like experimental blindness. Like, I had this experiment, so I will associate my whole world view according to this experiment. The mind is responsible for regulating your body. Okay, your neurons are responsible for sending information to your brain. Okay, so what happens is, when you are having a difficult emotion or anything, your brain, like difficult feelings, let's use the word feeling, when you are having a difficult feeling or anything, your neurons send information to the brain, and the way brain regulates it is from the past experience. Okay, like it will give anger or something, and it will affect your emotions. It will create your emotions to regulate those feelings. For example, you have an important presentation and your printer is not working, so what will happen? You will start feeling anxiety, and your brain is like, what to do, what we did in past life. So to calm that down, to calm that feeling down, to calm that chemicals down, your brain regulates it by sending anxiety, fear, and everything. Like, that's the most, please scientific people, don't come at me, these are the most simplest way I can explain. There's a lot of situation going on, a lot of information and going in your brain. So the brain has created a khichdi, and to regulate that khichdi, it gives you a summary, and that summary is your emotions. Emotions does not happen to you, they are created by you. Okay, they are not something that has happened to you. Okay, these are like kind of parameter of how much discomfort you're feeling. Brain's sole job is to regulate your emotions and coordinate with your body. So what happens is, for example, your metabolism and everything is affected when you're depressed. Okay, because brain can't access, like, see, anything that is happening to you will affect your body. So when you're in depression, your metabolism is the first person to be compromised. Okay, so your brain thinks that something bad is happening, so we need to protect ourselves. So first thing it sacrifices your metabolism. That's why you can't wake up, you can't sleep properly, you can't eat properly, because that's how it happens. Same goes with anger, anxiety and everything. That's why your gut suffers the first when you are having anything with your mental health. Okay, so if you're feeling something like physically, because of your mental health, it's actually a sign of your brain regulating your own body. Okay, so you are the architect of your own emotions. Okay, how you can change the narrative is, you can't change your past, but what you can change is your present. And when you can change your present, you will change your future. How is that? When you name things differently, when you detach from the situation and you handle things differently today, you will be more peaceful in the future. When you know your inner child, you have healed properly, you have taken care of your present self, you will be more emotionally calm, mature and emotionally regulated in the future. So you have to do all the things in the present time. You have to change the prediction for the future and make choices on how you act today, so your future self will be grateful tomorrow. So in short, ladies, you can actually architect your emotions, and how we do that is changing the prediction. Like, your emotions are formed from your past predictions, so we can change the predictions today. So the emotion that will form in the future will be from today's present. Like, you got it? I think you got it. Okay, so part 3, cold showers, not ice cold showers. When you take cold showers, your nervous system calms down, your peripheral nervous system gets active, so your body is more regulated. Not ice baths, okay, because this is for women. Okay, men take ice baths, but for men, don't take ice baths, because our body temperature is way lower than men. So if you take ice baths, you are not gonna feel good. Okay, if you want to feel good, take cold showers. Journaling, it's the best way to regulate your emotions. When you write it out, you name things out, it's the best way you can do regulate your emotions. Start naming things. Okay, don't say I don't know what I'm feeling. Start naming things. Okay, I'm feeling sudden happiness. Okay, I'm feeling sudden sadness. I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. Start naming it. When you find discomfort in a situation, ask yourself, why am I feeling this discomfort? And if the answer is genuine, disconnect from the situation. But if the answer is not genuine, think, why are you feeling discomfort? Is that the past trauma that you felt, or why are your body predicting this thing like this? Drink water. I know this is absurd advice, but if your body is well hydrated and well fed, you will feel more emotionally stable, because your body has enough calories to work. Because sometimes it's not depression, sometimes it's not anxiety, it's just that you haven't eaten for the past 12 hours and your body needs nutrition. And this is like my girlie's advice: dress cutely. I don't know, when you dress good, you feel good, and you feel good, everything is good. Never be afraid of asking questions. Don't blame yourself if you had a sudden burst out of emotions of anger or anything, because you're human. Okay, it's okay to have. I still do, even after knowing these things, I still burst out of anger. But the good part is, I haven't had anxiety since a year. Like, but if you do have these anger burst out and anything, don't blame yourself. Just think that, okay, something has to be fixed. Damn, this video is so long. I appreciate you for watching it till the end. I'll see you next week and hope you have a great week. I really appreciate you guys. I love you lots, and I hope you get over what you are dealing with, and you will heal, because everything is a phase and it will pass. Sun will shine again, right? Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to see again. Well, I'll decide what you want to see again, but you can give suggestions and subscribe if you want to keep me in your feed, because I'll disappear and you're gonna miss me. So go and subscribe because I know I'm important in your life. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye bye.